2108 FBS fixed bed with a slide here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This completes the quadfecta of Winnebago Micro Mini family floor plans that we have here in the 2108 whatever series. You've got the 2108 FBS, which is a dinette slide and a non-Murphy bed. Then you have the 2108 DS, which is a dinette slide like this and a Murphy bed. Then we have the 2106 DS, which is a Murphy bed and a sofa slide. And the 2106 FBS, which is a fixed bed like this one, but a sofa slide instead of a dinette slide. This is a small enough camper. Winnebago makes 4 very similar but critically different versions of it, so you can really kind of pick the one, and it's sort of like a choose your own adventure book. You get to pick the page that you want to go camping with. Isn't that cool? And would you know it, we carry them all here at Haylett RV. Now she's small for towing and easy for going with virtual full access to everything with the slide closed. The only thing you will lose out on when the slide is closed, as it is currently, is there are a couple small cabinets above and below the TV that you will lose access to. However, beyond that, you need to get through to the fridge, you need to get through to the bathroom. You can make virtually any packing accommodations, or unpacking as it were, as well as travel stops in this one without ever touching the slide button, which is just darn handy. So once again, the main difference here from the 2106 FBS is that here we have a 4-person dinette slide as opposed to a sofa slide. Beyond that, they are nearly an identical camper, and you'll find that, you know, basically about 75% of it is exactly the same. We have a lot to cover, even though it's a small camper, and I don't want to get myself too off kilter here. So I want to start with the central air system and work my way down. The fact that we will often outfit these, even as small as they are, with a 15,000 BTU air here at Haylett RV. A lot of that is like, it's a small camper. Someone's going to say, dude, that's serious overkill. I understand why you say that, for sure, I get it. Remember though that the exterior skin on these can be different. Some of the exterior skins on these Micro Minis can be quite dark, and the reds and the blues, they can pick up a lot of extra heat from the sun. Well, we don't want to bake you alive inside this thing like a potato in an oven, so we tend to put a bigger air on these. Not 100% of the time. It kind of depends on where you're going to camp and how you're going to camp, which one's going to be better for you. I know you'll probably never regret the bigger air, but in this small camper, you may not need it. It's just more of a personal comfort choice. All LED lighting in here, and above the bed we do also have that extra vent for extra airflow, and you are going to appreciate the lights, sights, and breeze that you get in these like largest in-class bedside windows right here. They open this sucker up like nothing else, and these big windows and the lighter, brighter interior decor that we see here, they are really the signature calling card of these Winnebago models, because they help this thing just look and feel larger, even though it is a smaller RV. Now, one of the cool things here is this is a completely carpetless camper, including the dinette slide, and that right there is a detail a lot of brands will mess up. They'll put carpet in the dining area, which is the #1 place you really don't want carpet. Another cool thing this has going on, not just big windows, but you've got excellent viewing and whatnot off the door side of your RV. So your kitchen breeze window, and then your main entry door does have a full viewing window that does also maintain its own interior privacy shade. So if you want to pull that shade down, you know, you can still maintain nighttime privacy, but you can see better outside of your RV. Now, these windows are extremely heavily tinted. People can't see inside, but you can see out very simply and easily. Spinning around here, one thing I do want to mention, you see that we do have this privacy curtain right here. So when it is not just the two of you, if you do have a guest, you can pull that shut. Or what's really nice about this, if you're wanting to do a daytime quick change, but maybe someone's in the bathroom or whatnot, all you have to do is pull these little side window curtains here, mostly for your own comfort, because again, people aren't really seeing inside. Pull the curtain inside and give yourself the privacy you need to make a quick change. For entertainment, we do have that HD TV with a app-enabled DVD stereo back there. You can Bluetooth that to your phone and basically use your phone like remote control. Very handy if you want to be outside listening to music and with those speakers. Now, whether it's that dining table, whether it's these countertops or in the bathroom, this has pressed membrane counters throughout, so that you do have superior water resistance and, I mean, really a lot easier cleaning capacity. Now, she's a couple's camper, obviously, but one of the benefits of having the dinette in the slide like this is that it regains the seating of a 4-person dinette. So if you have friends over, or the very rare time the grandkids actually come along, now you may be the exception of the rule where the grandkids come along often, and chances are, if that's the case, you're not looking at this camper anyway, but most people find out the grandkids don't come along that often. Well, the dinette and the slide gives you a 4-person seating area, which means a larger sleeper with more storage below. And of course, we can always just pull those privacy shades down, and we've already seen the privacy curtain up front to be able to give you that individual privacy comfort you need when it is time to bed everybody down. Now from there, I just wanted to blow everything wide open because this is a small camper, so every ounce of storage counts, and they never let an ounce of space go to waste. Those are 2 of the RV Nerdism number 37s right there, if you're paying attention. So you see below the entire dinette, this big 4-person seater, we do have full storage, but I also wanted to take a moment to point out here the superior 5/8 tongue and groove plywood decking below that. So again, this is a very material premium camper. So we've got better grade plywood stuff here. If you do the ring test, you can hear real wood fascia as opposed to fiberboard or foam or anything like that. Little storage pockets above the TV and below. Remember I mentioned that when the slides close, you'll lose access to them, but short of that, they gave you every ounce of storage they possibly could here. And where that's really valuable and really felt is over in the kitchen area. So we've got plywood full extension drawers, and something I forgot to get set up for us here is we have a countertop extension as well. Now between the counter extension, the sink covers, and the folding stove cover, you've actually got some pretty decent prep space in here, which is a hard find to find in a small camper. A hard find to find. I think that makes sense. We're rolling with it. Whatever you say, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So we've got full extension plywood drawers, easy access handles, and recently they had removed the shelf under the sink here to give you space for a wastebasket, because that is one of those things that they were kind of lacking. Now this is a small detail, but I think it's oh so critical, and that is the fact that we have both side and back splashes around this oven so that you're not constantly scrubbing on that panel wall to keep that clean. Our cabinetry is all pocket screwed with hardwood cabinet door frames to be longer lasting, and that includes as it extends over the bed as well. Now the overhead storage right here in the bigger door side window, those are things the 2108DS, the Murphy bed model, will lack, because the Murphy bed will occupy the space above. So the FBS, what it's given us, guys, really is extra storage that the DS lacks. And if we look down here, you see that you've got that full storage space below the bed in that easy lift bed cavity, just like you have full storage below the dining space over here. So again, the big thing, guys, is they just did not let an ounce of space go to waste. And I mean, tell me when more storage is ever the wrong answer, because I'll disagree with you for sure. So from there, we'll head back to the bathroom. But one other thing I want to point out, I think I kind of glossed over it a little too quickly now that I look back, is that we have a full set of kitchen appliances. We have a full-size oven and stove. We have a full 6 cubic foot 2-door fridge and separate freezer. Little campers will often have small appliances, small facilities. This is not one of those. Now another little quality detail oriented thing, you may have noticed the stainless sinks in the kitchen. You're going to find that trend repeated here in the bathroom, as well as a fully framed out doorway. So the door jamb is always going to maintain square. So even though we don't have the jacks down right now, this door will always catch. The handle won't pop open going down the road and smash and bash into things. The shower has a skylight separate from the vent fan. They didn't try to go cheap 2-in-1 there. And you also notice that you have that radius bar on top to give you extra elbow room, and a small camper, but frankly, guys, a pretty darn generous shower capacity here. A very large shower for no bigger than this is. You also have decent leg room in front of that foot flush toilet, which is very handy for bigger folks like me. And then we have this whole extra like hanging closet and storage, overflow pantry or whatever you want here in the bathroom. And that's one of the best parts about rear bathrooms, is they give you a great way to regain some extra storage that other floor plans just really can't match. Now, of specific note here, not just the stainless large sink, but the fact you've got a nice chunk of counter space back here. Very handy if you need to set down a blow dryer, a shaver, a little toothbrush organizer. It gives you the room to keep your countertop clutter free. Now inside we saw the graphite decor. Keep in mind there's also the stone decor, which is a little like lighter neutral brown as opposed to the dark, well, graphite tones. But there are also multiple different exterior skin color options available on these Winnebagos, which is uncommon in this business. The one commonality, they may differ in color, but the one commonality that they'll have is they are the best grade of fiberglass used within this category or virtually any other towable RV category. It's a diesel pusher grade skin with a mirror-like finish. What's nice about it, it's a thicker fiberglass, guys, that God forbid you scratch it, you can buff scratches or something out, and some pretty severe dings, frankly, and you like never notice a difference. Body shops, automotive body shops can handle that. You don't even necessarily need an RV dealer to do it, so it has far higher serviceability. Speaking of service, that's something you're not going to need a lot of with a Winnebago trailer. Statistically, Winnebagos have proven themselves the single most reliable brand out here. In terms of percentage basis, we see fewer Winnebagos back on a lower rate than anything else. Smart features, magnet latches, slam catches, yeah, I got that backwards. Magnet catches, slam latches, make getting in and out of here easy. Now, the other thing is, little camper with a massive outside storage compartment. So that big brown box we're looking at, guys, that is the double propane tanks and the regulator and the tray and the post and everything. It's the whole propane kit. And it's dwarfed by the monster size of this pass-through. I mean, it's huge. And you see you have extra wide, extra tall baggage doors on both sides of the RV. And you have that easy access disconnect right there so that you can, you know, keep the camper in storage mode so that things don't trickle draw off your battery. And there is a pass-through light in there. Now, once again, remember that those windows are very heavily tinted so that people can't see inside, but you can see outside very easily. Power awning, power tongue jack, those are pretty common fare nowadays. Not 100% across the board on the jacks, but most trailers have them. But what most trailers don't have is a higher grade motor in their fixtures, like those awning and jacks. The Winnebagos move faster, they're stronger, they last longer. They spend more money on higher quality components. So if you look through the brochures, you could look through 100 trailers and they all say power awning and power jack. But unless you're looking at something else that's a really high level brand, like say a Rockwood, they're going to be a little lower grade motor in some of those fixtures, more than likely. But that's a hard thing for you as a consumer to be able to tell the difference unless you come visit us in person and you let us hook up one of these little red jumper packs like what I'm carrying here, and we run the stuff for you. And we have no problem doing that for you at Haylett RV. And if a place isn't willing, well then what makes you think they're going to be willing to provide you the service after the sale if they're not even willing to provide you the service before the sale? Little things like that are a pretty strong indicator, guys. Pardon me. So this is a 7-foot wide body, and what that's given us is superior towability from the respect that you have reduced headwind, reduced weight, superior side lane visibility, and especially on a tandem axle, narrow body and tandem axle for SUV towers, this is perfect for people who have like the you know, 5,000 pound tow rating SUVs or whatever. This also rides on a huck bolted chassis, which is a lighter weight but stronger grade Z frame made with a different type of steel. Costs more, but chances are you're not looking at purchasing a Winnebago because you're looking for the least expensive thing. You're purchasing a Winnebago because you're wanting to find the last RV you're ever going to own, and this definitely has the service records and the criteria to back that up. The craftsmanship and the build working that goes into these is just fantastic. We couldn't be really happier with them, and not just in sales, but the service department. They just stay in your driveway, and they really don't seem to come back to ours. The wheels are aluminum wheels, obviously, but above that you have a galvanized steel wheel well. For that extra protection, God forbid one of those radials has a blowout. I'm jumbling words because it is hotter than downtown Hades out here, and I'm loving it because it ain't snow, my friends. Back here, all kind of centralized hookup station. Now, you've got a black tank flush, which is nice, an outside shower, but you also have separate cable and satellite hookups, which is really handy. If you are, you know, wanting to bring along extra electronics. Now, we've got the backup camera prep here, but we also have this ladder for easy access to a fully walkable roof, which is exactly one of the things I really enjoy demonstrating on these Winnebagos, because not every little camper has a fully walkable roof. Now, this sucker has a full aluminum skeleton. Even the roof trusses that I'm walking on right now, they're full aluminum. We've got a 3/8 roof deck on here to help disperse the weight and hold the weight of a grown person like me who unfortunately has been eating like a dumpster and is approaching the 200-pound mark. Not down where I should be, but up where I am. but they're also super heavy-handed on their seals where it really, really matters. And now that King Jack antenna system right there, what that's doing for us, guys, you don't have to crank it up and down. You just turn it the direction you want to, and there's a signal indicator on an LED readout inside, so you can see roughly the signal and the channels you're going to get before you scan the TV, which is just one less thing that you have to do over and over again until you're finally happy and done with it. Popping the awning out here also reveals that they gave you the most awning space they possibly could on this little critter. Roughly about a 13-foot awning. I need to double check the specs to verify that, but something in that vicinity there. You do have tilt and lock awning arms with an auto rain dump feature. Full length LED lighting along the base, and with the kind of the bit of the shade on the awning here, you notice how this gradient fades to white as we get next to the trailer. That will cause more of the light from the awning lights to reflect indirectly down onto your campsite, plus that extreme high gloss skin that we already talked about earlier. It will do a greater job of also mirroring that light down toward your campsite. Now, a couple things over here by the screen door. We do have the screenshot little auto close screen door band right there. We also have the little grandkid protecting screen door lock. You can lock this from the inside so the grandkids can't get to that and, you know, fall outside. And an anti-slam entry door is doing its job of not slamming in an anti-fashion as it's supposed to. That kind of wraps her up here, guys. I think I might have forgot to talk about the gas grill connect earlier. I always forget to talk about those up front right there, but there you have it. So if you do want to bring a little grill along, you can do that, not under your awning. So whether it's hitching pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between, we do it all for you at Haylet RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.